Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I got a really cool little mini drone to take a look at today. This is the Holyton HT70. Now this won't be a true unboxing because as you can see I already got the drone out as I was taking kind of a close look at it. But then this won't be the flight review because we had a winter storm on the way right now. It's bitter cold. I need to wait till the weather gets a little bit better before I can actually take this drone out and actually fly it. But the cool thing is this drone is only 200 bucks. On Amazon right now, $279 with an $80 clippable coupon on the website. It says $200 plus tax. You can't beat that. Now this drone happens to not be under 250 grams. Initially I thought it was, but it's a little bit larger than your mini drones. And the drone itself with the battery out weighs about 238. But once you put the battery in, you're well over 300 grams. I'm gonna show you right here. Let's turn it on here, and we got the battery in the drone right now, and we're at 356 grams, and that is with the gimbal guard removed. Now I'll show you in a minute. They do give you a little strobe light you can attach. It really won't matter because in the United States now you are going to have to register. If you have a registration FAA number, you got to put it on here, and you do need remote ID. Now I don't know if remote ID is built in with this. I don't think it is. They've not mentioned anything about it. So you would also need a remote ID module as well to fly this and stay, and be cooperating with the FAA guidance and laws. But as you can see, otherwise, for the price, you're getting a lot. It's brushless, it's GPS, it has optical flow as well, and it has a 4K camera. It shoots 30 FPS. Also can shoot around 2K at 50 FPS. So a smoother frame rate, a little bit lower resolution. But you have a 3-axis gimbal. You got stabilization on the pitch, the roll, and the yaw axis here. So let's go ahead and open up the drone. Unfold the drone, not really open it up. You can see it is a little bit larger. Like I think this looks a little larger just holding it in my hand than like my DJI Mini 3. But yeah, it's a little bit heavier. But aside from that, if you're able to look past the fact that you do need FAA and road ID, the drone itself is a lot of drone it's offering for 200 bucks. Now my friend Marcus over at Idaho Quadcopter, he's reviewed this drone a while back and he gave it a thumbs up. And trust me, if he says it's good, then I have high expectations for this because he flies the best DJI drones. He goes anywhere from the DJI Minis all the way up to the Mavic 3 Pro. So he's flown them all. If he says this is good, then I anticipate I'm going to agree with him. And I think for $200, you're gonna have a hard time finding a better drone. You can get like the DJI clone, the Spectrum Mini 4K, which would be under 250 grams for maybe $20 more. So if you do need to stay under that 250 grams, then this drone wouldn't be for you. But if you're okay with that, you're gonna have a hard time finding a drone with 3-axis gimbal, brushless motors, and the fact that it doesn't use Wi-Fi to the app. It's using an OTG cable on your controller, which is gonna make it a lot less lag and better control distance. And that's all really great for the price. Now you get a nice carrying case with this as well. Pretty typical for a lot of these Amazon drones. And Holyton is just a sister company of Holystone, which is a big seller of drones on Amazon. So we know it's going to be a decent drone. Now, the accessories, I kind of got them all ragtag here as I was looking through them. You got a micro USB-C to USB-A. That's going to be for charging the controller here on the side. They give you 2 OTG cables here to connect your phone to the controller. They give you USB-C or here to USB-C. So it's using USB-C on the controller to any of your Android phones or your newest iPhones that use USB-C. And then they give you the lightning cable if you have a slightly older iPhone. Well, I don't know, 12, 13, where they stopped doing that. But they give you a lightning cable as well. And then here they give you extra props, which you expect with any of these drones. And a little strap, I guess an extra strap for the carrying case. Here's our gimbal guard, which I already took off. And then they also threw in a pretty cool little extra, an LED like strobe light. A light that allows you to fly this drone at night. This is about 6 grams, this will add to it. You have a little Velcro sticker attachment here. And then they give you a micro USB charging cable because this is rechargeable. I have a similar light that I actually use on my RC car now that I was given years ago to review, and it's similar to this, and it's really cool because it's going to light up, and you're going to be able to fly it at night and not break any laws as well with that. So that's really, really awesome. So the app you're going to use with this, and they tell you, they give you in the quick start manual, they give you a QR code to scan here. The app is called the HT Fly app. So that's what you're going to need to download from the Play Store or the iOS App Store for your iPhone or your Android to be able to connect to this drone. But yeah, pretty cool. You got your optical flow, GPS, and your micro SD card slot is right here on the side. You can export up to 256 gigabytes to be able to record, like I said, 4K or 2K. Now, I don't know if they tell a transmission range on this drone, but it ought to be pretty decent considering that it uses the OTG cable. They do have the statistics back here for the camera. So let's see if I can just skip forward to that page. Because they mentioned the weight of basically 349 grams. So basically you're 100 grams over where you'd want to be for that sub 250. Max flight time. They advertise 30 minutes in a windless environment. So I don't expect that. You might get, I think 22 to 25 would be pretty, what you'd probably expect. They say the max flight height is 394 feet, so up to 400, which is what you're allowed to fly legally in the US. Here, does it say transmitter? Max flight distance, 3,000 meters. So they say unobstructed, it can go 3 kilometers or almost 10,000 feet. Again, that's going to be in ideal conditions. You're up 400 feet where you have the best angle and there's nothing obstructing your view. And it takes about 2 hours to charge the battery. Let's take the battery out of the drone here. You guys can see this. This is a 2S LiPo pack here. It uses that USB-C, so you use that USB-C to A cable. I'm sure the battery itself probably regulates turning on and off. And it is a 7.7 volt. That means it's a lithium high voltage battery. Most will say 7.4, so it's a little bit more voltage, and it's 3,200 milliamps. So it probably would, get a pretty good flight time. Probably not 30 minutes, but you should get well over 20 minutes, I would think, for this drone. And let's take a look at the controller. Pretty nice little controller. The gimbal sticks, you do need to just press it and attach. They are stored when you get it underneath here. You just pull them out. They don't screw in. And they actually sit upside down in here, like this. So that's where you can store them if you want to put everything away in the case, because they give you this little plastic piece that sits on top in the case, and the drone can sit in there. Your accessories can store underneath it, and then the controller goes over in this pocket here on the left side, and you would need to take the sticks out to be able to actually store it in there. But you've got this little protective film we can take off here. And here's our screen. We got our speed rates. There's going to be either 2 or 3. Our power button. We can turn it on. It says only 11% battery. It's going to beep at us now. But we have our telemetry here. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn it off. Over here is our compass calibration. So you short press that, and you're going to be able to put it into compass calibration mode. The app is probably going to have that ability as well. And this, I believe, is to turn the GPS on and off and go into basically just headless mode. They do give you a cheat sheet here with all the buttons. So this is everything here that we're going to be for you to lay out for the buttons. This right here was our return to home. So you press this, and is that a long or a short press? It is a short press to return to home. This right here was our auto takeoff and auto landing. So you can press that and the drone will take off. You can also press it to send it down to the ground and land. Of course, the return to home will do that as well for landing, but I'm sure the app probably has a button to do that as well. You probably don't have to use the controller. And then on the top, you've got some bumpers up here. The outer part here is our recording video. Press that and you start recording. Now, if you need to change that resolution, that would be something you would do within the app. I'm sure the app's going to have some other settings that you would go through, like beginner's mode, advanced mode. Like there's lots of times the apps will have that, so you want to turn that off if you're not a beginner. because if it has that, which I'm sure it does, it's going to limit how far you can fly the drone, how high you can go, stuff like that. But we're not going to look at that today. We'll look at that when we do get it outside and fly it. And then the inside bumper, we've got our photo button, so you can take some photos. And over here is our gimbal dial. This is just going to allow us to control the pitch, to look down or back up with the camera on this. And again, like I mentioned, our charging port is over here on the side. So you get all the basic controls you need on here. And then of course the app will have a whole bunch of other stuff. So really the only downfall I have with this drone is the fact that it is not under 250 grams. Initially I thought it was, so it is sort of a mini drone, but it's not really a true mini drone. If I grabbed my DJI Mini 3 here, we can do a comparison just to see, because this is under 250 grams with the gimbal guard off. But both similar build quality, but we can certainly see here that the Holyton drone is definitely bigger. So it probably still would fall under mini drone, but I don't know if I'll call it that in the video, simply because when you think mini drone, you think sub 250 grams, and this drone does not fall under that, unfortunately. That's the only drawback I can see initially. Again, I can't give it 100% seal approval until I get it out and fly it, but the fact that Marcus says, hey, this is a thumbs up from him, I feel pretty confident that as long as my drone doesn't have any isn't defective or anything weird, that it should be a very good drone. And really, you're gonna have a tough time finding a drone that's gonna offer GPS, brushless motors, 3-axis gimbal, OTG cable, SD card slot, optical flow, nice controller for $200. You just can't find one. You can find the cheaper ones maybe from Banggood or AliExpress or whatever, but those drones are some goofy brand and they always have problems and suck. I have a feeling this one's gonna be a winner, just because I know how much Marcus said it was a very good option. All right, guys, that should cover the unboxing for the Holyton HT70. If you want to just take a chance on this drone, or go check out Marcus's video, and if you like it as well, then be sure to check the video description. I have a purchase link down there to this drone. It is affiliate links that helps out the channel, but it doesn't cost you a cent more to use it, but you will help support me. So check that out. If you don't like it, you can easily return it to Amazon. I think it's worth a chance at $200. So if you like this kind of stuff, anything from tech stuff to drones, RC cars, RC boats, then be sure to subscribe to the channel. Click that bell, where you'll be notified when you upload new videos. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day.